call concerns the Public Information Act or the Open Meetings Act, please leave a message and we will return your call in the order received and within 4 business hours. If you are calling after 3 p.m., you may receive a return call the following business day. Please be sure to leave your name and telephone number. If your call concerns a particular Attorney General ruling file, then please provide the ruling ID number if you have it available. If your call concerns child support issues, please call our child support hotline at 800-252-8044. If your call concerns any other matter, please contact Constituent Affairs at 512-463-2007. Thank you for calling the Office of the Attorney General.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
James Jefferson, 623-640-2204. My call is about Royce City and how they're handling open records complaints. I've asked them twice now how a homeless person can receive open records complaints, and they are just ignoring me. I've submitted 2 written complaints. On both times, I received a form letter back stating that they would send them to a physical address, that I must give a physical address. So I immediately answered both times and asked how a homeless person who gives them a email address, by the way, can receive open records from this office when as a homeless person, I more than likely would not have a home address to provide to them. Did I give up my citizenship when I became homeless? That's my question that they won't answer, and so I'm wondering if maybe the Attorney General's office has an answer to that question, or what my next steps should be to enforce my rights under the open records laws. The open records I was requesting were not hard ones, but apparently they're just going to ignore them because I'm homeless and therefore I have no rights, I guess. But I can't believe that could possibly be right, and I need to talk to someone. I'm limited in what I can do, as a homeless person. I ain't got a lot of resources. I gave them my name, my number, and my email address, but apparently they're playing some type of game where my rights are not as important as anyone else's rights in this world. Do you have to own a home in order to access open records in the state of Texas? Once again, James. Thank you and goodbye. Well, I certainly appreciate that. Give me half a second, ma'am. I got a mouthful of food. I'm trying to get it out so I can speak right to you. Oh. Anyway, sorry about that. How you doing, sir?
Pretty well. What can we do for you today?
Well, I'm needing to get some information because the Royce City is doing some really sorry things, I believe, and they're just flat ignoring my questions and refusing. They're just flat ignoring me. I guess they decided that if they just ignore you, it'd make you just leave your name and number and stuff on a machine.
Well, what's specifically the problem here?
The specific problem is, how does a homeless person access open records if they're not within walking distance of their office?
You'd have to submit some kind of a written request to the police department.
Yes, I've done that twice. Both times they sent me a thing saying I had to have a physical address. What physical address would they suggest I use?
Okay, well, I don't know that that's really necessary, but if they're not responding to the Public Information Act request, then you could file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. Just send us a copy of the request for information you sent them, along with a letter from you to us explaining what the problem is, and you can send it to our office at the address I'll give you if you're ready to take it down.
Okay, hold on half a second. Make sure this pen's right. Okay, I'm ready.
It's the Office of the Attorney General.
Office of the Attorney General.
Open Records Division.
Open Records Division.
P.O. Box 12548.
12548.
That's right. Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. Oops. My alarm saying it's almost time for business hours to be over. Well,
Austin, Texas, 78711.
78711.
Correct.
Okay. So, okay, now I did my open records request over email. So what I need to do, I need to copy them emails and then write up my complaint and send all that to you?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Do I also send you the little
statement about what the problem is with
okay, excuse me. Well, I guess I ate that stuff too quick a while ago. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so I get all this together and send it to y'all. And then y'all straighten them fools out.
Yeah, we'll figure out what's going on and get them to do whatever it is the law requires.
Okay, well, that's kind of what I was wondering. I mean, just because I'm homeless, I do still got rights to access open records, right? I mean, I didn't quit being a citizen when I became homeless, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think I did. I thought that's what you'd say, so I appreciate you saying that, sir. I will get this together and get it sent to you. In the meantime, is there anything I can get started over a phone? Can I submit a complaint over the phone, or do I need to make it in writing and all that? Okay, so y'all ain't gonna look at them until this gets to you. I don't reckon. Well, it'll be on the way. My name is James Jefferson. I've done made 2 requests from them. Both of them were ignored in the same manner. And now anytime I call them, I just get directly to a voicemail where it says they'll call me back and they never call me back. Unlike you. You had a voicemail that said you'd call me back, and here we are talking. That's pretty cool. That's the way it's supposed to be. They're not doing that. They think if they ignore us, it'll go away. A bunch of criminal scum. I hate to talk bad about them, but that's what they're doing. I've made multiple calls. Yeah, well, I sure wish y'all would go ahead and start looking at them. My stuff will be coming. But they're doing this to more than just me. They're doing it to multiple people. But me, since I didn't have, what they're demanding is an address, which the way I read the law it's illegal for them to demand that from me. You know, and so I thought I'd check on it. Oh, okay. Well, I imagine quite a few of them are for the same thing, so I better let you go. Hey, man, thank you for being professional and doing right, and I will let you go. Thank you again. You have a wonderful day. And now I'm hanging up. If I can figure it out.
Roger, Daniel.
Hello, this is James Jefferson. Who do I got here?
This is Claud, Daniel. I'm a Texas Ranger.
Oh, I was hoping that was who this was. I'm so sorry I missed you this morning. Oh, yes, sir. I guess you got my messages. Dear as I can tell, there ain't nothing been happening on my complaint. Anything you can enlighten me on with that?
Excuse me, sir? First of all, let me explain something to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me explain something. I'm out of work right now due to Achilles surgery.
Oh, that sounds serious.
Yeah, it is serious. So, that's why I haven't returned your call. But I returned your call this morning. So, what is your complaint, sir?
Okay, well, these people just attacked this man. You go on, I'll tell you the easiest way to tell you, instead of me trying to go through it, you know, because I just watched it on YouTube. But the easiest way to tell you about it be go to this YouTube channel called I'm gonna forget his damn channel name. James Freeman News. And look for an incident in Royce City with a fellow by the name of Otto the Watchdog. Now his real name is Winston Knowles. But that's what started all this. But now the reason what escalated it to me bringing a complaint to the Rangers is that the city is playing these stupid games instead of giving out open records requests on the incident, up to and including not giving Winston Knowles any paperwork that he's asked for. Me personally, on the 3rd, I put in an open record request with them. They gave me one little response, like within a couple of hours there, telling me I had to give my home address, which is illegal as hell. I do not have to give my home address. I got to give them a way to get it, or they got to explain how come. Anyway, that's the type of the games they're playing. They're refusing to do people's requests because they know they're a corrupt criminal organization. And it's right out there for the whole world to see. And I used to live in Texas. I'm ashamed to see something like this going on. Because Texas is the most American of American states. And for this stuff to be happening there It's getting bad. And so anyway, the reason it came to you, I'm so sorry to call you. No one informed me that you were, out medically. I mean, man, I feel like an ass now. But I got to get someone in authority to stick their nose in this, because these criminals don't care how many people call them complaining. They don't care. They are the law. That's bottom line. They're the law. It don't matter what the law really is. They're the law. Well, they need to get an education. And I don't believe, I tell you what, if the Texas Rangers have been corrupted, we really are in trouble. I believe that might be the one organization that we can still have respect for. I'm hoping. And, man, the Texas Ranger dispatch, I don't know who it was, but the number of Texas Rangers gives you when you call Google. Whoever answered theirs who gave me your number. So I'm sorry to bother you when you're sick, but that's what's going on, sir.
So, how has this affected you, sir? Like,
how has this affected me?
Why are you the one that's making this complaint instead of whatever this other guy's name is? You said Otto the Watchdog or whoever.
Well, I'm thinking maybe he ain't smart enough to call the Texas Rangers on this. People think they can report it to any law enforcement agency, and then that's all they can do. Well, I might be stupid, but I think the Texas Rangers is a step above. I think y'all will look at it with an unbiased eye and solve whatever problems there really are. I've seen it on YouTube. I'm being straight up with you. I've seen it on the YouTube. So I have no first-hand knowledge. But, everything I'm seeing, it looks like some corrupt, sorry criminals with badges and city government back there supporting them. That's what it looks like. And I'm just trying to bring it to someone in authority's attention, get something done. Because this stuff's got to stop, man. This is going on in Texas. My God, how bad's it getting?
Well, first of all, if it was something done to him, then he needs to be the one that comes and complains.
Well, sir, that's a cop-out, okay? I'm ashamed to even hear you say that. That's a cop-out. Okay, we as American citizens are not supposed to care when fellow American citizens are getting walked on and treated like crap by corrupt police departments? Is that what you're telling me, sir?
I'm telling you that he's the victim, obviously.
No, I'm the victim, too. When corruption hits law enforcement, we're all victims, sir.
First of all, you need to lower your voice. Because I'm not going to sit here and get yelled at. Do you understand me?
I understand you fine.
Okay. So, you need to understand me right there. I'm not going to sit here and get yelled at.
Well, I ain't going to sit here and listen to you tell me that my complaint is unfounded, but I ain't got no right to complain.
You can complain about it, but you ain't a victim.
I am a victim.
If that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. If he's a victim of...
We're all victims, sir. You are too. Are you not an American citizen? Do you not care about your law enforcement?
Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying, sir?
I understand perfectly what you're saying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, honestly, I don't.
Honestly, you don't? Well, that's sad, sir. That's really sad. So you're not going to even take a look at it?
Take a look at what? First of all, I don't even know what you're talking about. First of all, I have no idea what your complaint is or what your...
My complaint is the law enforcement in that city are the criminals in that city. They're walking all over people's civil rights.
That's a very vague statement, sir.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. I told you where to go to look at it, where you can see. I don't understand what the problem is with my complaint. You know, the city is breaking the.
There's no specific complaint, sir.
It is a specific complaint.
Just tell them to go out on the internet and look for something.
Okay, yeah, you gotta go on the internet. Go to Royce City, make an open records request. See if they treat yours any different than treating everybody else's.
I mean, this is about as vague as it gets, sir.
That is not vague at all. That's a specific action. Go to Royce City, that's supposedly your authority, under your authority, and make an open records request as a citizen, not as a Texas Ranger, but as a citizen, and you will understand exactly what I'm complaining about. They're violating the civil rights of every American citizen everywhere. So yes, I am a victim. That's what I'm alleging. They are violating everyone's rights with their refusal to honor the open records laws of the state of Texas and of the federal government. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm going to look confused, but I'm tired of getting jacked around. I mean, they sent me to a man who's off on sick leave, it sounds like. So I'm bothering you on your off time? Seriously?
Yes, right now I am.
I am so sorry about that, sir. But who can I take my complaint to?
That's my area of responsibility. If you're talking about Rockwall, Rockwall County, that's my area of responsibility.
Okay, so this is the proper place.
But let me explain something to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
And if you're making a vague statement that the agency is corrupt, okay?
Oh, I gave you specifics, sir.
Give me specifics.
I gave you specifics. They are not honoring open records requests. They are obstructing the citizens' rights to know. They are breaking the law. There's a law in Texas called the Open Records Law. I'm not sure the exact, numbers and letters and all that stuff of it. CFR, I'm not sure all that stuff. But they are obstructing.
So let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Go to the district attorney's office about that.
Yes, that's who I'm complaining on. Them and the police, both. The city. I've called everybody there and made complaints, and I keep getting bounced around until I got bounced to you.
Okay, you said you went to the district attorney's office, the Rockwall County District Attorney's office.
I had to look and see what all I called. I called a city attorney, a district attorney, city secretary, mayor, police, county police.
Who specifically sent you to me?
The one of the dispatchers. I have to go through my phone call to see who gave me that number. Actually, the one who actually sent me to you was the Texas Ranger dispatch, I guess. Whoever answers when you Google Texas Rangers, the person who answers that phone. I mean, it'll take me a minute to look it up, but I can find out who it was. Hold on a minute.
Okay. I'm just wondering when one of your messages you said it sounded like you went through the county, the sheriff or somebody like that.
I've called everybody I can think of. As a matter of fact, when they first said your name, I'm thinking, man, why are they trying to get me to? Because you don't waste Texas Rangers time. I mean, everybody knows that. I'm thinking, well, they're trying to get me to step over a line here or something. Let me find it here. Let's see. My record request on the 3rd. Does not even ring. Now they want me to call the Texas Rangers. There it is. Okay, the number I called was 512-424-2160.
Okay. So you called Austin.
Yes, and that is where I got told that this was your. I can't remember if they said your district or your what. They said something like that. Anyway, this is the officer you need to talk to. I gave me your number.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
I was just wondering who pointed you in my direction.
Got you firing. I didn't write their name down.
No. It's a 512 number, so that's awesome.
Okay. Now it was in Royce City. It was a lady by the name of Debbie that told me to call the Texas Rangers. I did write that name down. I believe she's the city secretary.
Okay.
Okay. No, I'm not positive on that. I got a lot of notes.
Okay.
Down there.
I don't know anybody over there really. So.
Well, I mean, she's actually one I'm complaining on. So that's probably pretty dumb of it. That's
Okay. So you filed an open record request, and they gave you something back.
Yeah, what they sent me back was a form letter telling me they could not process my open record request unless I gave them my home address.
Maybe that was because that's where they were going to send the records to.
Well, that's not what the request was for. My request was for them to email me the stuff. That's what they told me I could do before I did it. Now, once I done it, they come up with this other junk. I mean, I got, y'all see all these notes I got, how many calls and messages and you know, I know you get all upset when I talk about YouTube, but go on YouTube, and I'm not the only one. I'm just the only one that's stupid enough to actually call the Texas Rangers about it. Or stupid enough, I think it's smart enough, but whatever. I'm trying to be humble. Well, you're getting nowhere with any law enforcement agency in that county. So go hire. That's you. You know, next person to call would be Trump.
So one thing I will tell you. Is if that's an open case, and I'm just spitballing this, okay? Because I don't know the situation.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you this, but if it's an open investigation or if it's an open case and it hasn't been dismissed or anything like that, then you can do an open records request. But normally, and I'll tell you, like as far as us go, is our policy and stuff. We won't release everything until it has been dispositioned out, whether it's go through the court system or whatever. We can only release certain.
Right. The law specifies what can and cannot be.
Well,
I'm
telling you what our policy is. And
yeah, well, policy has to conform to law, sir.
Well, I'm telling you right now that that's our policy, and it will go through the Attorney General's office.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. As long as it's following the law, I'm not complaining about it.
Okay. Well,
but they're not following the law. That's my complaint.
If you're not going to listen to me, okay, I'm just telling you what our policy is on it. I don't know the Royce City policy on it. I don't know what they do.
Well,
maybe they. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's normally if it's an open investigation and it has not gone through the court system, then there's very limited information that's going to come out.
Right. And I perfectly understand that, sir. But there's things that do come out. I perfectly understand that, too. And things that do come out, it's illegal to not put them out. And it's certainly illegal to play all these games to try to chill people's First Amendment rights to know what's going on. That's certainly against the law.
Okay.
Okay, that's the allegations that I'm making. You know, you keep saying I'm making these broad things. No. Very specifically, they are violating everybody who makes an open records request. They are violating their rights with the way they're doing. You know, I ain't even going to go in because I ain't going to defend, you know, Winston Knowles is a full-grown man. He's going to fight his charges himself. I ain't going to fight his fight for him. Now, I support him because these people done him. I mean, it's just right there on, you know, there ain't very many ways to fake what they done. You know, you I ain't even going to go into that. You see that yourself if you care to. But the open records thing, yes, I am a victim of that, and I am complaining. And I am attempting to get that rectified. That's called redressing your government. That's what I'm attempting to do. Okay, and I appreciate you. You appear to be the only one taking this serious, which I'm assuming the Texas Rangers would take it serious. Y'all are like the last law enforcement agency over there that I personally still have any hope that I can still respect and trust to actually care what the law is. Not what somebody's feelings is, but what the law is.
So are you not in Texas?
Not now, no. I've moved away several years ago. Well, but what does that matter? Did I give up my right to redress my government because I left?
No, I'm just curious. Like, so you were trying to, how were you trying to get open record requests? Were you just mailing it to Royce City?
I emailed it to them just like they told me to.
Okay. Because I don't know their process. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's understandable, sir.
Okay, I don't understand, and I didn't know if you were in Texas or if you were...
No, sir. I haven't been in Texas in 3 years.
I didn't know if you were going to the window trying to...
Well,
they've got a window there where you go in there and make requests there or whatever. I didn't know.
Right.
So.
Well, I will tell you this. On the form that they send you to over the internet, you know, they tell you, oh, we make it so easy. We have a form. You go to that form, and not only does it want you to give your home address and your email address and stuff, you know, you got to give them a way to get it to you. That's just common sense. And of course, the law says that. But what you ain't got to give them is more information than they have to get the information to you. But on their form, on their online thing, not only did it ask me for my email address, but it wanted me to give them my passcode for my email address. Now, no. What in the world, make an open record request, do you need to give them a passcode to your email? I mean, seriously.
I don't know, sir.
I mean, there is no possible legal reason for that. That is just simply a way to keep people from doing so. That's why I made a phone call to them after I got to that point, because I told them, I said, I ain't sending you my passcode to my email. You lost your mind? And they're like, no, you ain't got to do that. You just got to send, it's got to be in writing is what Texas law says. I'm like, okay, well, I'll put it in writing. How am I going to get that to you when I don't live in Texas? And they told me to send them an email. So I sent them an email. The email gave everything that the law requires. I sent it to them, and then I got a form letter back from them saying that they could not process it unless I gave them my home address. I'm sorry, That is incorrect. I gave them my email address. That's all they need to answer the request. In my request, I put on there, if it can't be sent to my email, to explain to me legally why it cannot be. They haven't done that.
What specifically did you request?
All I requested was the open records request given on that day. I'll even give you the reason why I gave that request. Because I'm sure that they're smart enough to figure that out too. While they were playing their games with me, they told me that I was the only person even attempting to get records at that time, which is a bold-faced lie, and I know it's a bold-faced lie. So I said, well, that's easy for me to check. I got an open records request that will make it real easy to see if they're, if I'm the only one calling or not. So I made an open records request for all open records requests on 9/3/2019. Real simple. There's no other way. That is totally. Not only is it open to the public, but
so you're just requesting the open records request?
Right. That's all my request was for the open records request submitted that day, to find out if all the people that I seen trying to get requests were lying or if the city was lying. They're real simple to find out. Now, if they're telling the truth, then the only thing that I would receive would be my request, because I made a request that day. Make sense, sir?
Not really, because
Not really?
You're sending but I just don't understand. So I'm just not sure why you would send an open record request or
because that's
open
what I
record
want.
request. You're not requesting like incident reports or anything like that.
No, that's what Winston Knowles was asking for. I'm pretty positive, but no, I didn't ask for that. All I asked for was the open records request that they received on this day. The reason I did that is because they basically ridiculed me, saying I was the only one even bothering them, that there's no one there, So I made an easy one. I made one there was no way they could turn down. There's no possible legal way to refuse my request for that. I mean, maybe if there is, I'm sure ready to get educated.
So was that the only one that you did?
That's the only one I did personally. Yes. I mean, what do I care? I mean, like I said, I can't defend Winston Knoll in court. He's got to do that himself. So I don't need his records. I mean, legally I can ask for them, but no. The only thing where they personally done me wrong is lying to me when I called them trying to put pressure on them to give Otto his request. And basically, they were making it like I'm a joke. I'm like, well, it's real simple. All right, now I got an open record request myself. I was calling to complain, but in the middle of my complaint, I decided, well, I'll just make an open record request. See what I'm saying?
And I mean, I'm not, to be honest with you, as far as that goes, what they have to turn over as far as that goes, as far as another person's request, or what information they can turn over as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's all covered by the law.
Or filing, I don't know. I mean, I can't.
Right. Right, I understand that. That's why my complaint. I mean, Winston Otto is going to make his own complaint about what they're doing to him. I understand that. What they're doing to him is merely the background to what they done to me. Now, what they done to me, yes, I'm complaining about it. I believe they broke the laws. I believe they trampled on my rights. And I believe that there needs to be at least be looked into. You know, if all I can do is sit here at my house and go, oh, woe is me, they just didn't take me serious. If that's all I can do, then really I can't do nothing. So there is no redressing of them doing what they done to me. Now, you know, I'm not saying go over there and string them all up. You know, I'm saying go over there and make sure they're following the law, because they're obviously not.
Well, and like I said, I don't know their policy as far as what they can request. I mean, what...
Well, apparently they don't know their policies either, sir. I mean, there ain't no reason why you'd know their policies. You're not them.
Exactly.
But you are who I'm supposed to complain to about what they've done. And I'm sure that their policies would be part of that investigation, I would imagine. But I downloaded the Texas Open Records thing from the... I went so far as to call the state attorney. You know, I downloaded the Open Records thing from the state attorney's office. I have it right here on my computer.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's a pretty big document. Got everything. I mean, it breaks down everything all the way down to what they can charge you for copies and printouts. You know, which I say, you know, when I went to doing it.
But didn't you? So you said that they said they didn't have anything from that day?
No, they're merely refusing to process my. You know, in other words, they're just refusing to even do what they're required to do.
Well, part of the problem is they may not be able to send it through email.
Then they need to send me something saying they cannot do that. I mean, it's quite black and white. It's quite in black and white. No, that's not what they said. Sir, I'm sorry if I sound a little disrespectful here, but it sounds to me like you're doing the same thing they're doing, which is trying to tell me that my complaint is stupidity.
What?
You're trying to tell me that my complaint is unfounded, is what it sounds like.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to see reasons why it may be not.
Oh, okay. Well, then sorry I took offense at it then, but I know this, so that's why I'm trying to tell you. I pulled down the whole thing, and I mean, I went through it hard trying to see if they can do what they've done, and they can't do what they've done.
Okay. Well, they can't do it. They can't ask you for your address.
Oh, they can ask me for anything they want to. They can't require it.
Okay, so how are you going to get that information?
They're going to email it to me, just like I requested. And they proved they can because they emailed me the thing saying they need my address. I mean, at least have a little bit of common sense in this.
Listen, sir.
I'm listening.
Okay, so any request like that, normally they're not going to email, especially if it's got information in there that should be going through email.
But they don't.
Okay, well, what would be on that request then?
What would be on that request would be, well, what would be on that request is what people requested.
Yeah.
And that's public record.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of this booklet, part of this booklet is, hey, don't A me.
I already told you you're not going to sit here and holler at me.
Well, I'm not hollering, sir. We're merely communicating, except you're not appreciating my communication.
Okay. I'm just telling you right now, I'm not going to be hollered at today.
Well, I ain't either, sir.
Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is any type of information, they may not be shooting at through email. I know our formal requests, they're not sent through email. Okay?
Well, sir, all I can say there is y'all have to follow the law. I mean, that is such a simple complaint. I don't understand what all the throwback is. Well, I'm alleging they're not following the law. It's real simple. It's real simple. They're not following the law.
They don't have to send it to you through email if that's not their policy.
Their policy can kick rocks. It's got to be by the policy. It's got to be by the law. I mean, seriously? You haven't even investigated nothing yet. You're telling me that.
I mean, you can tell them that, hey, I want it through email, but that ain't how they got to send it to you. Whatever their policy is.
Okay, if their policy is against the law, then what recourse do we have? If the policy is
Through mail, if they want to send it to you through
done,
mail, then that's what they'll do.
bootlicker. No, I mean, seriously, that's a bootlicking answer.
Is it?
Yes, follow the law. Follow the law. Before you tell me you can't do it that way, see what the law says about it. Did I not just tell you that I downloaded it and read it?
Okay, what does that part say then?
Let me look it up. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll do your job for you, sir.
Okay, do my job for me.
I appreciate I already apologized for bothering you at home, but you want to talk about it right now, so apparently that's,
No, let's talk about this. This is going to call me a bootlicker. Did you want to talk
well, if you're going to give me bootlicking excuses, of course I'm going to call you one.
Okay.
Let's not get personal here, sir. Is that really where we're going?
Well, I mean, you've already done it.
You have too.
I ain't done nothing, sir. I'm just giving you plausible answers for the reason why.
Yeah, plausible answers without even looking at the law. False law, discovery of privileges, public information, violations, information presumed to be public. Government law. I'm going to go to 33. Ought to be allowed. Well, this thing's huge that I'm trying to look through and read while I'm talking to you, and probably making me a little more disrespectful than I mean to be, because I'm doing two things at once. So I'm certainly sorry about that if I sounded disrespectful. But I'm just trying to get my complaint somewhere, and I run into dead ends and game playing BS everywhere else. Information, definition, public information, information written, produced, collected, assembled, or maintained by government body, for government body. Section 552-002B applies to recorded information in practically any medium, paper, film, magnetic, optical, solid state, or other device to store electronic symbol. No, that's not it. Boom, 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 boom. Linen, sink, valium. Personal notes. The request. There it is. All right, government body. This is the one where they got me to put it in writing. They were right on that part, which is why I put it in writing. That's what my complaint's about. Let's see. The government body receives a verbal request, may require the requester to submit it in writing. Boom, 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 boom. I did that. 75th legislature defined written request for information to include a request made in writing that is sent from the officer of public information with purpose designated by that officer by electronic mail or facsimile transmission. Therefore, they have to honor that request. Generally, a request need not name the act or be addressed to any specific officer to the officer of public information. An overly technical reading of the act does not effectivize the purpose of the act. A written communication that can reasonably be judged. I lost my spot. Judged to be a request for public information is a request for information under the Public Information Act. Requests for state agency records that are stored in the Texas State Library and Archives, Commission, State, and Local Record Management Division should be directed to the originating agency rather than the state library. Originating agency is who I sent it to. So, a government body must make a good faith effort to relate a request to information it holds. They can ask for clarification if it's unclear. Ain't nothing unclear, ain't no clarification been asked for. They can discuss the scope of it with me. Wow. Let me read this along. I forgot what I'm looking for.
Tell you what, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll text you my email address.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Whatever letter they sent you, whatever letter that they sent you back, so you
right.
need an address or whatever that Royce City sent you.
Uh-huh.
Or did they send you an email? Did they send you an email?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Send that to you?
Yeah, just forward that to me, and
wonderful.
Let me talk. So that's what you're saying is that they asked for your address, right?
Right.
Okay, that's your major complaint. They asked for your address instead of just sending it to you through email. Right. Whatever your response you wanted.
Right. I responded to them, and they've ignored my response. But I'll even send you my response to them if you'd like. I mean, I'm not.
No. And what I'm trying to get at, sir, is tomorrow morning I'll talk to our lady that actually does ours and see what they have to abide by on that when they get requests, because the lady that works in my office, she gets them every day.
Uh-huh.
And let me see what she's got to say about it, and if I have to, I'll see if I can get a response from Austin as well on that.
Beautiful. See that?
But I'm not. But look, as far as a full-on investigation, we're not in that yet. Okay.
Oh no, that's all. If you listen to my call, just want you to look into it, which sounds like what you're doing. Hey, I'm happy.
I just want to see what that policy is, sir. Because honestly, I don't deal with it every day. This isn't a normal
Right. I ain't calling you telling you someone's shooting up the downtown, or I understand that, sir. And like I told you a little bit earlier, I do not mean to be disrespectful. I'm sorry if you took it that way. I think it was disrespectful to call you while you're off. So I'm definitely sorry about that, but I'm not meaning to be disrespectful. I'm just trying my damnedest to get some official, hire these officials that are acting wrong, to actually look at what they're doing. And it sounds like that's what you're saying you're going to do. So I'm just happy as can be, sir.
Well, I'm just kind of looking at,
I mean, I don't
I'll
expect...
still work for a while, sir, but I'll call our lady in the morning and just see what our policy is on that. If somebody asks just to be sent an email or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think we would do that, to be honest with you, just because of confidentiality and stuff like that.
Yeah, and cut to the thin blue line, please don't say that.
I'm just telling you right now, I'm pretty sure that we wouldn't send
I mean, that's the thing. When the law enforcement is the criminals, who do you sick on them? If it ain't the Texas Rangers, who is it?
trying to tell you that I don't.
Yeah.
If it comes down to confidentiality and stuff, then we're not going to send it through email.
Well, no, it's not confidentiality because anything that's covered under confidentiality, according to the public records request, would be real simple. They block that out. You see that all the time. People that got papers from the government, and you see all these little blacked out sections. In fact, that's what covers that. It's all covered in the law. That's all I'm saying is follow the law. Law enforcement agencies are supposed to follow the law, same as citizens are.
Well, I'm just telling you.
I know, and I appreciate that, but once again, we all know this. And I'm not asking to go around that. I'm not asking to break the law. Believe me, I don't want Texas Rangers breaking the law.
At the same time, I don't know Royce policies either.
Right, and that's the part that just keeps offending me because I really don't give a damn about their policies. I give a damn about the law. And they don't need to give a damn about their policies. They need to give a damn about the law. When did the law stop being more important than the policies? I don't understand that. When you say policies, it's an insult. Okay, anybody make a policy. It's my policy not to accept policy.
Okay, well,
Now, is there anything wrong with my policy?
I'm just telling you, the agency you work through, that you go through, is going to have their policies.
Yeah, that's fine. That is for them. It ain't got nothing to do with me. That's my whole complaint. I'm sick of hearing about people's policies. Okay? Their policies have to follow law. I have to follow law. That's the one thing we got in common. So that's the one place we can meet. Okay? I'm not a member of law enforcement, so therefore I don't have to follow law enforcement policies. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or confrontational or anything else. That's just a fact. Law enforcement policies are for law enforcement people. Simple. Whatever policy your organization has, that's for people in that organization. That's fine. I don't care. You have a policy that you wake up every morning and take 14 flips overhead. What does that matter to me? Nothing.
It might matter if you want records.
Do what?
It might matter if you want records.
Well, at some point during their flips, they're going to have to follow the law and give me my records.
At this point, you don't have your records.
Right. That's all I'm complaining about. I'm not complaining. I care less what their policies are. But I want them to follow the law.
Maybe that's what their policy is.
The policy is to say to hell with the law. Then their policy needs to be changed.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't either. But it sure sounds like that's their policy, since that's what they're doing.
I'm just trying to tell you right now.
I know.
That may be their policy.
Yeah.
Why do you have the records? Because you didn't send your address. Because they can't send it to you.
If the law tells me, law, not no person with their policy, if the law tells me I got to send them my address, I ain't got no problem sending my address. You know, I'm proud of where I live. Shoot. I live in the slums of Vicksburg. I'm proud of it. Yep. You know, I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
It actually does if you want records.
No, it don't. Look at the law, sir. Look at the law.
They got to have somewhere to send them.
Yes, I gave them somewhere to send them. By referring to requestor, exact internet location or uniform resource, you know, it's all in here. If an officer for public information for government body provides by email, you know, it's all in here.
But maybe they don't send them by email.
This is the law I'm reading, sir. So if they don't, if the requested information is unavailable, then they're supposed to send me in writing when, you know, everything. I mean, every possible thing is covered in here. The request, that's what I'm getting at. But instead of anybody looking at it, it sounded like you was going, you know, actually going in the right direction. But then you just had to go into this thing of telling me how important the policy is. Nobody cares what their policy is. They can take their policy and shove it in the damn toilet and flush it, for all I care. And to be truthful with you, everybody can. Y'all can all take your policies and shove them where the sun don't shine. But follow the law. Do you not understand what my complaint is?
I do understand what your complaint is, somewhat.
Okay, follow the law.
But you have to understand from that agency's standpoint that they can send stuff through email.
Sir, I talked to them several times. That is not an issue. They told me several times that I could send it by email. They told me several times to do it. Several times.
Not sending it, it's receiving it. Receiving it back, sir. They may not send open records requests out by email. And I'm going to tell you why, probably.
Why?
Is open records request, normally it'll go through an attorney or whatever, and then they got to sign off on it, and then they send it out. Okay? That's usually how that works.
Right. It's all covered in this law.
So,
I mean, I have no problem with them following the law, sir. I have no problem with them following the law. I swear to God, I have no problem with them following the law.
okay.
I'm alleging that they are not doing so. I mean, I don't know how much plainer I can put it. Okay? And all of us, by all of us, I mean the American public, is sick and tired of whatever you want to call it. We call it the thin blue line. But law enforcement refusing or subjugating or playing games instead of investigating other law enforcement that does wrong, we're sick of that. Okay? Y'all don't get a buy on breaking the law. That's gone on too long. That's been accepted too long. That's no longer acceptable. We're all equal under the law. Is that just a saying that we were taught as kids? Or does that actually mean something in America? I mean, seriously. But yet when you try to get a member, you know, any member, whether it's police, city offices, any member of government, when you try to get government to investigate them, what you get is what I've been getting. Just a bunch of runaround, a bunch of, we don't do no wrong. How dare you? Why are you complaining? How stupid are you? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Instead of, well, we're getting these complaints. Maybe we ought to at least open our eyes.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this. So, my next question is, so your name was?
James Jefferson.
James Jefferson. What's your date of birth?
What the hell does my date of birth have to do with any of this?
Okay, first of all, I'm not...
See?
Even if it go down the road, I'd have to complain.
Yeah, and I'm your complainant.
Okay.
No.
And what's your date of birth?
What the hell does my date of birth have to do with it?
Okay. Well, I don't even know who I'm talking to.
You're talking to James Jefferson.
I don't know who James Jefferson is.
Okay, now you're going to play that stupid game.
No, I'm not playing a game. I'm not playing a game. First of all, I want to know who I'm talking to.
Okay, am I not the same person who left you the message at the phone number that you called?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah, so that's me. Hello, hi.
What's your date of birth?
What's your date of birth?
You know who I am.
The same way you know who I am, sir. Thank you. Made my point, didn't you? Why do y'all play these games?
That's not a game, sir.
Of course.
Game.
I got to give you my date of birth for you to investigate my complaint.
It doesn't matter who it is.
No, it don't matter who it is. You're lying, sir. I don't mean no disrespect, but at the same time, you're lying.
I'm pretty sure that anybody that is a complainant...
You're allowed to make complaints anonymously. I didn't even have to give you my name.
No, you don't.
I mean, let's get real here, sir. Okay? Don't try to violate me, too. Don't make this worse.
It ain't worse. It ain't worse. It's just how we operate. Okay?
Once again, we're going to y'all's policy. Follow the law.
Okay.
Please.
Well, at the same time, I don't know who I'm dealing with.
Yes, you do. You're dealing with me.
That didn't cut it.
Well, I don't know. You're a Texas Ranger. You might be Charles Manson come back from the grave for all I know. Do I know any more than that? Sir? I mean, seriously? I mean, seriously?
Well, I'll tell you what, you call any law enforcement agency in the United States, you try to file a complaint with them.
Every one of them has a Crime Stoppers hotline where you can call and report crimes anonymously. I'm reporting a crime.
Well, report it anonymously then.
I did.
Report it.
But I didn't want to do that further. I gave you my name. But I refused. You know what? Because I was stupid enough to give him my name, now I got to give you everything? What, you want me to go dig my grandpa up and give you all his stuff too?
That's anybody we deal with, sir. Complainant, victim, witness, suspect.
Yeah, it's a way to keep complaints from coming in. Okay? I know you got mad a while ago when I said thin blue line, but apparently you're part of it.
Okay.
So are you going to take my complaint or not? Do I need to send you that? Or would I just be wasting my time? You're just going to throw it in the trash and laugh about that stupid fellow who wouldn't give his birthday?
First of all, I don't know who I'm dealing with.
You're dealing with James Kevin Jefferson.
You call me up and say,
And you might be calling me up and saying you're a Texas Ranger and you ain't, which also, if you are, that's against the law, by the way.
Yeah, well, I am a Texas Ranger.
Okay, well, I believe you all the way up to the point till you start acting like the rest of them blue line fools.
Okay.
I thought Texas Rangers had a little higher standards than that.
Yeah, and we want to know who we're talking to too.
Yes, and you know who you're talking to. We've done made calls both ways, sir.
Okay. Well, why don't you just come on in my office then?
Well, now you're threatening me.
I said,
I'd be taking it as a threat. No, sir. Are you taking my complaint serious, or are you going to keep playing these damn games? Don't try to scare me.
I said, why don't you come in my office?
Because, is your office anywhere near Vicksburg, Mississippi? Huh?
No.
Then it's going to be hard for me to do that, ain't it, sir? Okay, that's part of my complaint. Why y'all make it so hard for anyone that ain't right there to make a complaint? Because y'all don't like complaints? You know, quit trying to stop me from making my complaint.
First of all, I don't know who you are.
Yes, you do, James Jefferson. Get off your damn policy and go follow the law.
Okay.
What possible good would come from me giving you my birthday? Hell, you got it anyway. We all know that. I'm being stupid by refusing to give it to you when you already got it. As soon as you want it, you got it. You know that. We all know that.
I don't know who I'm talking to.
You're talking to James Kevin Jefferson. Of course you do.
Okay, so let's say this. Let me put it like this. So let's say I did investigate this and I put in a bunch of time on it.
Uh-huh.
I did investigate it. And then when I'm going to put my name on a arrest warrant or an indictment or something.
Well, hey, if it gets to that point, I'll make you a promise. I'll give you my name, address, and my mama and daddy's name and address.
Are you going to let me talk?
I am letting you talk.
Are you going to listen to me talk?
Yeah, I'm being quiet right now.
Okay, you need to be quiet right now while I'm talking.
I ain't hearing nothing.
Let me go put my name and my reputation on a complaint or anything else, arrest warrant, whatever. Put in all our time and do an investigation, and I don't know who I'm dealing with. Let me take facts from you, who I don't know, who I can't identify as being a real person or not. That I'm talking to over a phone. Yeah, let me put my time in on that.
Okay, it's my turn to respond yet?
Yeah, go ahead and respond to that.
Okay, sir. We've had calls both ways. Before anything gets official, we can all know each other. But according to the law, I can make an anonymous complaint, and that complaint will be taken seriously, and we'll have a dutiful investigation done on that complaint. Now, if that complaint finds something, I've already gave y'all how to get a hold of me, everything else. That's all there. You know, if y'all need more information from me to go further, we will talk about it at that point.
I'm sorry, but that's not how I'm going to operate.
Well, that's because you're trying to be an ass and not do what you're supposed to do. Well, I mean, I'm sorry if that insults you, but that's what's going on here, sir.
No, that's just how we operate.
That's not how we operate. Operate according to the law, sir. Please, I've asked you that several times.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, I'm not...
You're telling me right now you don't care what the law says.
Okay, so, well, I'm just telling you right now I'm not starting an investigation if I don't know who I'm talking to.
You know who you're talking to.
No, I don't.
Okay, I tell you what. I will surrender to your great persuasive skills because I'm scared of you. Okay?
Are you scared of me?
Well, I'm scared of you because obviously I've called into a member of the Blue Line. But since you have this information anyway and you know it,
How?
James Kevin Jefferson, born February the 14th, 1966, Springfield Air Force Base, Chicopee, Massachusetts. My daddy's name, John Perry Jefferson. My mother's name, Ruby Marie Lovell. Is that enough information, sir, for me to make a complaint with you?
I appreciate that.
Anything else you need?
No.
I want to follow your policies. I want to make you happy, so maybe you'll take my complaint seriously. By giving me the same respect you expect me to give you. I mean, that's the answer to that, sir. It sounds like you don't like that answer, but that is the answer.
Okay.
Are you giving me the same respect I'm giving you? I'm believing you're a Texas Ranger. Why do you doubt that I'm James Kevin Jefferson? Have you ever heard me say I was anyone else besides that? Okay, well, what possible reason would you have to accuse me of that?
No, but you're saying that I didn't know who you were before. I mean, you said I knew who you were before and you even gave that information up. How would I know that?
How would you do that? Sir, you're telling me that you ain't got that information at your fingertips.
No, I don't.
You don't? So you're the only law enforcement officer in the entire United States of America that can't go into the database.
You need a subpoena for that, sir.
Oh, y'all don't. According to the law, you do. Now you're going to actually throw the law at me and say you can't do it because it's against the law.
It's just the law. So,
I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, y'all can do it. But are you telling me that you're not supposed to take a complaint unless you verify who the complainant is in 14 different ways, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? That I'm wrong about the fact that I'm allowed to make an anonymous complaint and have it taken seriously? Am I wrong?
I'm telling you right now that we're not going to put a bunch of time into any type of complaint if we don't know who we're talking to.
So if it's anonymous, as far as y'all concerned, it's just some scumbag that y'all ain't going to pay no attention to. Might be some other word besides the one I used. But basically, the spirit behind what I said is what you're saying, right?
I don't see a reason why to put a bunch of time into something we don't know who we're talking to. Anybody can just come up with a name.
Anybody come up with a birth date, too.
Yeah, they can.
But some people follow the law. And see, the law says I ain't got to. But if I do, I'm talking to a law enforcement officer. Therefore, I have to give the truth.
What law is that? What law is that?
You're the goddamn law officer, sir. You know, quit playing these games. Are you taking me serious or not? Why are you trying to frustrate this shit? I mean, obviously, I already know what you're going to find because of the way you're acting now. Obviously, this is a waste of my time.
You were the one trying to frustrate me.
I'm extremely frustrated because my...
I want to give you my date of birth, and I want to do this, and I want to do that.
Well, no, I don't want to. Why should I have to do things the law says I don't have to do? Okay? Why?
You just want to cause problems.
No, I don't. You ignorant, my God, are you serious? That's how you take complaints? You're a Texas Ranger? You're a disgrace, sir.
I'm telling you right now that the way you did that, you're just trying to cause problems.
I am not trying to cause problems. It's causing problems to ask my law enforcement agencies to look at what other law enforcement agencies are doing. That's trying to cause problems, sir? Is that the definition of that?
It is when the law enforcement officer you call is trying to request information from you, and then you want to make him jump through hoops and call you a bootlegger.
All right, you're trying to make me jump through hoops, sir. The only thing the law says is that I have the right to make a complaint. It don't say nothing about I have to give you all my information to make a complaint.
The person I take a complaint from, sir, I'm getting their name and date.
That's your policy. That ain't law, sir. Like I told you, take your policy and shove it up your ass. Let's talk about law.
Okay, well,
At that point, you're going to hang up on me.
huh?
Is that what you fixing to say?
What'd you say?
I said, at that point, you're going to hang up on me.
Why I gotta sit here and listen to that?
Why do I got to sit here and listen to your shit?
Okay, well, call somebody.
Because I'm trying to get the complaint through, and you are my way of doing that. You acknowledged you're my way of doing that. And then you started playing these games. I mean...
All I asked for was your date of birth and name.
And you have no reason to have my name yet. There is no official papers being filled yet. Is there? Are you going to, when you get off this phone call, are you going to go arrest somebody under my name? No.
And I'm going to go.
I mean, seriously, sir, this is not the point where you need my name and address, date of birth, criminal history, civil history, education, whatever, you know. You don't need all that stuff that's on the database. Yeah, you didn't ask for all that. My name and my birth date is what you use to get that off of your, out of your facility. Everybody knows that. You know, if you ain't already got it up in front of you on the computer, you'll have it up a few minutes after I hang up. You'll know everything. You'll know more about me than I do. Hell, you'll probably know every time I took a shit last 10 years.
All I asked for was your name and date.
Right. That's all you need for that. You gonna deny that?
Just the asked for was your address.
All they asked for. At this point, you're the one being the thug. But I gave it to you, so even though I'm not making you happy by showing you respect of shutting up and not complaining about it, are you going to at least look at this and get back with me on it? Or are you just going to throw me in, this is just a troublemaker being like you're trying to say you're doing?
I'll tell you what, I'll give you my email address. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, I'm not promising I'm investigating anything. Okay? But I'll give you my email address.
And you will promise that you'll look at what I send you, right?
Excuse me?
And you will look at what I send you, right?
Depending on what you're sending me.
Well, how are you going to know if you don't look?
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you, don't send me anything bad. That's not going to work out for you, okay? All I'm asking for, let me just tell you this. I'm asking for whatever email that they sent you back, asking for an address. Like I told you before, I would ask the lady in my office about that.
Well, well, that's the thing. I will hit the look. I'm not a computer. I'm a computer dummy. I'm sure you're sitting there saying I'm a total dummy, because I got mad about my date of birth and stuff. But that could be argued. You might be right. I might, whatever. But I'm an acknowledged computer dummy, okay? What I'm going to do, from what I understand what you just asked, is I'm going to hit the little forward button. And I'm going to put this address in it. And it's going to go to you. Now, I've already done this and sent it to some other people that are probably on the list, including Otto. I'm not hiding what I'm doing from them. So their stuff probably on that. Now, does that mean I shouldn't do it?
What do you mean? I didn't follow that part. Like, there's other people on the list?
Yeah, I've already forwarded their answer to me to several other people. I do not know how to forward it to you without that information being on it.
You can go to the original email that you received from Royce City before you forwarded it to them. There's a way that you can see it.
Oh, okay.
The original one that's in your inbox. When they sent you that email back from Royce City,
yes.
there should be like that one. Go to that one and actually forward it to me before you started forwarding it to the other people.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. I'm just throwing that at you because that's the way it is. I will go and try to do that. But just being open with you.
Okay.
If that stuff's on there, it's because I'm a computer dummy.
That's all I want.
And I've already told you I did that, so that shouldn't stop us from doing this either. But yeah, I have no problem doing that.
Okay.
What
My email address will be on, in the text message I'm about to send you. I'll send it to you right now.
Oh, cool.
If I can, I might get off the phone with you for you. But
Yeah. Like I said, you already had all this information. I said, you already had all this information. Did I give you my email address when I gave my complaint earlier?
No.
I mean, I might have. Who knows?
No, you didn't.
Well, I don't mind you having it, 'cause that's what I tried to get them to send it to me for. But I'm just pointing out, you already had information about me. You know who I am. You know, we didn't have to go through all that dance.
I don't have any of that information, sir. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I imagine you're probably looking at something there telling you that I've called several different police stations complaining about things. Because I have. No, I'm not saying like I told all of them. I'm not saying nothing I do. But at the same time, I'm proud to be an American, and I don't like my rights being stomped on by anyone. You know, and we all should be that way. You included. You know, are you proud to be an American, sir?
Yes. I just sent you that text message.
Okay, I'm looking for it now.
You may not be able to receive it until you get off the phone with me.
Oh, you mean you sent me a message on my phone?
Yeah, I sent a text message.
Oh, I told you I was computer dummy. The whole time you're saying that, I thought I went on my computer. Yeah, I got it here. All right. I'm going to try to find that's Mississippi Attorney General. That's not the right one.
No, you may not be able to receive it until you get off the phone with me.
Oh, I got it right here. Claud, C-L, looks like C-L is in capitals. A-U-D. Oh, no, that L ain't capital, is it? I'm sorry. But anyway, Claud, Daniel, little symbol, DPS.texas.gov.
That's it.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to find where the original message from, let's see, that'd be way back on the 3rd. No wonder I ain't seeing it. Another 4th. Let's see, that goes back. Oh, wait, there. There's the button. Yep. Let's see, notify me.
Okay. Whenever you find it, just send it to me, and then I'll check into it tomorrow. See what I can find out.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. That's exactly what I was trying to get done.
Okay, sir.
You have a wonderful day. This will be coming your way.
Okay, sir.
As soon as I get to it, as soon as I find it.
Okay. Have a good night, sir.
You too. Bye-bye.